One of the things I'm really excited about heading into 2023 is that I feel like it's a time for some healthcare brands to reemerge, and they're showing up in some new and interesting places.
Something else I'm really interested in this year is sort of the further either democratization or fragmentation in the healthcare space. It used to be that we would have to go see a primary care provider to get an appointment. Now we've got Amazon, we've got CVS, we've got Walmart. They're all in kind of the retail healthcare space. And so, self-tests have become ubiquitous, but now, because of the pandemic, we can go to a Walmart or maybe go through Amazon or go through somewhere else to get basic lab tests done, right? Or to get checkups at a clinic. Self-testing itself is another way that we're cutting other people out of our own healthcare equation in some ways. We can now go to a pharmacy. We're going to be able to get a range of different self-lab tests done that we never used to be able to do before. There was a company that debuted a product at CES this month that allows you to test your own urine at home. It actually attaches to your toilet and it will tell you about whether you're ovulating or what your kidney health is like. And so, that's a few steps removed from having to go see my doctor to get that information.
Yeah, I think people got very used to, sort of making decisions in their life based on a home test over the past couple of years, right? It was a big impact on how they chose to live and what they did. That became their standard of care, right? So now we're seeing that start to go into other places and other types of other types of tests. So it's really interesting there. I think there's definitely, when you look at some of those players that you named before, there's a little bit of a war shaping up for that last mile in healthcare. Whether they're coming to our house or we're coming to their minute clinic. It's just a lot more options than necessarily calling the doctor now.
Yeah, and that's part of a larger trend too, which is that patients are just more informed about their healthcare and also their medications than ever before. This year, Ozempic went viral on TikTok because there were, I guess, over 360 million views on the hashtag because people were talking about how they were using this prescription drug. That never used to be the case before. That used to be a private conversation with healthcare providers. And so I think patients are now going into providers and having more informed discussions with them than ever before. And so for brands, I think that's important because it means even if I'm a prescription drug, it's not just about my communications with healthcare providers. Now I really have to think about how I communicate with patients so that they're getting accurate information, so that they have this conversation with their healthcare provider, right? So that's kind of, for some pharma brands, that's going to be an extra step that they weren't really prioritizing in the past.
And figuring out how to do it in the way that people want to consume the information, right?
That's right.
Ozempic had that many views because it was TikTok and it was quick and fast. So how do you communicate that scientific story in a way that is meaningful, right, to that type of an audience?
Exactly.